Good morning, children. Welcome to our next class. In last class, you learned about mountain plants and the adaptations shown by mountain plants. You learned very well. In today's class, we'll see the other landform which is covered by sand. So, the landform which is covered by sand is known as desert. So, in today's class, we'll see how the desert plants and what are the adaptations shown by the desert plants we are going to discuss. So, before starting the class, we'll see the keywords which are given in this lesson. The first one is fleshy leaves. Fleshy leaves means the leaves which are thick due to the storage of water, they are known as fleshy leaves. So, the leaves which are growing in desert areas are very fleshy leaves. They stored water in them. So, to understand this topic, we'll do one small activity. You take the aloe vera leaf, cut into pieces, and observe what is there inside this leaf and how the stem and the leaves are modified in this desert plant, especially in aloe vera, how the leaves are modified. The spiny structures, the spine shaped structures are known as leaves. The spiny shaped structures are called as leaves. These are the leaves. The spiny shaped structures known as leaves. Here you can see the leafy part, and this part which is storing the water, this is stem part in aloe vera. So stem is storing the water, that's why it is so fleshy. Fleshy stems can be seen, and the leaves are modified into like spines. Leaves are modified into like spines. Why the leaves are reduced like this? Because you know that the deserts are the areas where very hot climate and little rainfall. So due to that, these plants which are growing in the desert areas, they don't want to lose the water in form of transpiration. They don't want to lose the water. So to save the water, their leaves are modified into like spines. So your activity you need to do, take a small piece of aloe vera, you cut the stem of that and observe the stem, why it is so fleshy and what's there inside that stem, you observe it, and the structure of leaf you observe. So and note down your points, what observations you found in aloe vera. Note down your observations. Okay, so these are the adaptations shown by the desert plants, children. Now we will see what other adaptations shown by the desert plants we'll see. You can see here cactus plant. Cactus plant, how the leaves are changed into like spines, you can see. The spines of the cactus plant can be seen here. Are you able to see? The spines of the cactus plants, these are actually the leafy parts. These are the leaves in desert plants, especially cactus plants. These leaves are changed or modified into like spines to save the water. If they have a broad leaf, like plain plants, how they have like a maple and all, like banyan, if they have a broad leaf, they would have lose more amount of water from the leaf. So to reduce that, their leaves are modified into like spines, and actually which is appearing in greenish color, this actually is the stem part which is appearing like a leaf, that is actually the stem. Why? Because why they are appearing like a stem? The stem is storing the water. The leaves are not doing the function of their own. Actually, the leaves must do the photosynthesis process, but they are not doing photosynthesis here. Instead of the leaf, the stem is performing photosynthesis. The stem prepare the food. In these plants, desert plants, which part is preparing the food? The stem prepares the food. Why? Because the stem is in green color. The stem has chlorophyll pigment. That's why the stem is preparing food for the plant. So that is one of the adaptation shown by the desert plants. And the leaves are modified into like spines to reduce the loss of water. So they don't want to lose more amount of water. Why? Because the water availability is very less in desert areas and the weather is very hot. So they need to store the water. For the purpose of storing water, their leaves are modified into like spines. And they also have another adaptation where you can see in the aloe vera plant, the roots you observe the roots of aloe vera plant. Are they spreaded outside? Like plain plants, like mountain plants, you observed that their roots spreaded outside. But here they are having very long roots. So deeply they'll grow deep into the soil. They have very long roots. They grow deep into the soil. Why they are going deep into the soil? To collect the water. Because the water is uh, very deep inside the sand. So to collect that water, they are having very deep roots. Deep root system is one of the adaptation shown by the desert plants. So now how many adaptations you have seen? One is leaves changed into spines to reduce the water loss, and the other one is the stem. Stem is performing photosynthesis, and the next one is the roots are grown deep into the soil. So three adaptations you observed in desert plants. And along with this, in some desert plants like aloe vera, the stem is storing the water. Due to the storage of water, they appears fleshy. Fleshy structure they are showing because of storing the water. So these all are the adaptations shown by the desert plants to survive in desert areas. Understood, children? Now here some practice questions are given here. You see, the first one is circle the example of desert plants. So which plants are growing in desert? Like a cactus plant, like aloe vera plant, and these plants can grow in desert areas. So some plant names are given here. You have to identify which plants can grow in desert area. You just identify fir, banyan, oak and opensia. Out of this, which plant is a desert plant you need to identify. And the next one, banyan is not the desert plant, that's a plain areas plant. So like that you remove one plant, go through the textbook and find out the correct answer. And write two features that help the aloe vera to survive in the desert areas. Just now we discussed the roots are deeply long rooted, deeply gone the roots. Long roots are developed, they grow deep into the soil, and the stem is storing the water and appears so fleshy. So these are the two answers. Write in textbook itself. And third one is write one difference between the adaptations in the leaves of desert plants and mountain plants. Yesterday you learnt in mountain plants that they are having needle shaped leaves to drain the snow easily. And here the leaves are modified into like spines to save the water. So that two differences in textbook itself, either up of the page or down of the page, where you have the place, you can write there, children. Okay. And now we will see the questions given in your workbook. So these are the workbook questions. Again the same question. Circle the plants that grow naturally in desert areas. So is the rose growing in the desert area? Opuntia, fir, neem, cactus, aloe vera. You know very well which plant grows in desert areas. So circle that plant, cactus and aloe vera. You know very well. I no need to tell you the answers. Cactus and aloe vera grows in desert areas. Now look at the aloe vera plant and give reasons for the following. You see the picture of aloe vera. You are also going to draw this diagram in your classwork, children. So based on this diagram, they are asking one question. Deep roots that are spread out. Are their roots spreading outside? No, not at all. Their roots are deep inside the soil. To collect the water, their roots are growing deep into the soil. That you have to mention here. Their roots grow deep into the soil. Okay. Next B bit is thick and fleshy leaves. In which plant you can find thick and fleshy leaves? That is also aloe vera. And desert plants we can find thick and fleshy leaves. Like that you write. And the last question is, write one way in which some desert plants have adopted differently from mountain plants. One adaptation which is very different from the mountain plants. That is naturally the leaves. The leaves are changed into like spines, as we discussed in before class. Before slide we discussed that the leaves are changed into like spines to save the water. So the same thing you write as third question, children. The leaves are modified or adapted to change into like spines to save the water. So understood? So in today's class you learnt about the adaptations shown by the desert plants. Okay, so here one video will give you more detailed information about desert plants, children. Once watch this video and then
desert plants have adaptations to reduce water loss and store water. Leaves of the cactus are reduced to spines to reduce water loss through transpiration. Thick and fleshy leaves of the aloe vera store water. Its roots spread out wide to absorb water.
Understood, children? One more time watch this video.
Desert plants have adaptations to reduce water loss and store water. Leaves of the cactus are reduced to spines to reduce water loss through transpiration. Thick and fleshy leaves of the aloe vera store water. Its roots spread out wide to absorb water.
So in aloe vera, in your activity also you have done. I told you to do in this activity. You just take the aloe vera leaf and cut and observe the leaves of aloe vera and how these leaves are appearing. You did the activity in our beginning class. So this part is the leafy part. So it's storing the water. To save the water, they are storing their stems and their leaves are storing the water. Due to the storage of water, they are getting a fleshy structure. Fleshy leaves can be seen in aloe vera. So you cut the aloe vera and see the storage of water in aloe vera, children. Okay, thank you.